Hello friends, and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, we're coming back to a morning basket. We really slow started our school year, and so I didn't do any sort of themed basket until now. But it is October. I love October, and so I wanted to share with you some books that we have, some books that we picked up at the library, and some books that I would like to read. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around. All right, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschool mom to a second grader. We love all things books, homeschool, and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that you're interested in, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. So the first thing that we're going to dive into is the books that we have that are like picture books, things for her, and then I will show you the things that I would love to read for this month. Now, if you caught my last video, which is like a 1 month update, and I'll put that right here, you will kind of notice that we definitely started things slowly. We didn't really do much of a morning basket. We did a cart, and I'll actually put that right here in case you're interested in that also. But usually I do a themed basket for every month, and I'm just really excited to have it back. Now, some of these are repeats from last year. Quite a bit of them are brand new because we picked them up from the library. So how I do this is I just get a ton of books that kind of have a theme, and we put them in a basket and we read them whenever we want to. And I love fall. We love to paint pumpkins. We'll do that, and I will also show you some really cool pumpkins that we picked up. But first, let's get started on our books. Now, these are some really old books that we have had for a long time, but I just can't get rid of them quite yet. This may be the last year for some of them, but we have Disney Baby's Happy Halloween, Pooh Picks a Costume, and Little Boo. Now, these three here are very, small kid books. So these three, this may be the last year that we see these three in our basket, which is a little bit sad, but we may pass them on to someone else that can enjoy them more than we can. So super cute. We've had these for a while, but really sweet books, and we still enjoy reading them, but we probably will pass them on after this year. Now we're going to get into some small picture books, and we have Little Acorn, The Biggest Apple Ever, and I actually have The Biggest Pumpkin Ever. And so I went ahead and put them both in this month's basket because I like pumpkins and it's kind of apple picking season. So I put them both in our October basket. I love the Berenstain Bears. So we have the Berenstain Bears and the Green-Eyed Monster. This is actually just about the Green-Eyed Monster of jealousy, but I like it because it's Halloween. I will probably pick up a few more Berenstain Bear Halloween books at the library. This is just our first stack that we got, and so we'll actually have a second stack of Halloween books probably in a week or two. So I will probably just show those on our Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, be sure and do that so you can see what we're up to. Super Monsters, Sundown Monsters Up. This is another one that might get donated after this year. She has not watched this in quite some time. She's kind of outgrown it, but again, it's Halloween, so we're going to debut it one more time in our basket for this month. Let It Fall. Super cute book. It rhymes a lot. Again, it's a smaller child's book, but I still love picture books. It's just so fun to cuddle up and read them. Now we have our Paint by Sticker Kids, and I think we only ended up doing maybe one of these last year, so we will pull these out and hopefully do one or two. If not, we'll have it again next year. There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Bat, and Pumpkin Jack. Okay, so we got this last year. We read it. We set our pumpkin out, and it has been out all year long. Unfortunately, our pumpkin did not do what the book says, which is grow another pumpkin. Ours didn't do that, but let me show you how sad our little pumpkin looks. Okay, so here are our little pumpkins. They were actually kind of more in this area. I don't think I have a pumpkin growing here. I don't see it. But as you can see, they look really sad. I can't believe that they actually look this good, to be honest. Like, this is a whole year of decay with snow on top of them. So again, it was kind of cool because there's our little jack-o'-lantern right there. You can see he's like caved in on himself. But we left these out since last year. I really had hoped we would like get some seeds or something from it, but we didn't. But let me show you the new pumpkins that we got for this year. All right, I have these 3 pumpkins. We got this really big white one, and so she will probably end up painting this one. And then look at this thing. Is that not so cool? It's like a reddish orange. It looks like an upside down jellyfish. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it's like a jellyfish that lives upside down. And I thought it was like way cool. So we picked that up. And then there was this thing, which I'm sure is not a pumpkin, but more like a gourd of some kind. But it's way awesome. We got these at the pumpkin patch, and we are impressed. We love these guys. So those are our pumpkins for this year. And then she's got like a little tiny one that she's already painted. I can show that to you also. And then here is another little bitty pumpkin. She actually painted it to look like our new puppy. And so we actually have this on the mantle right now, but so cute. We love painting pumpkins. And so we will probably paint this big white one and then carve it closer to Halloween. All right, now that we're back from our little field trip, we'll keep going on our books. This is Snowmen at Halloween. I picked this up at the end of last year from a book outlet haul, so we haven't actually got to read this one yet. We have quite a few in the Snowmen series, but we did not have this one. What's really fun about these books is that there's a hidden picture on every page, so you have to try to find it. So it says, can you find a rabbit, cat, and T-Rex in each illustration? This is really, really fun thing to like look and see if we can find them. So just another little addition that you can do while you're reading. And right there on the belt buckle, there's our cat. You can see that. So I pointed one out. I don't know where the other ones are yet though. And then one more book that is ours. We read this last year together, but I put it in just in case she wanted to try it. It's Halloween. I'm turning green. It's called a My Weird School Special. So this is part of a series, but she could read this if she wanted to, but I don't know if she'll want to. There's a lot of little activities and trivia in the back, which is fun. But again, I'm putting this in there just in case she wants to check it out. Now, all of the rest of these have come from the library, so none of these are actually ours, but these 2 she picked up the other day. It is The Bad Guys. She picked up number 1 and 2. It is it's very similar to like Dog Man. You know, it's this sort of comic book style graphic novel. She thinks these are pretty funny, so she's got 1 and 2, and we'll pick up 3 later. Then we picked up Flat Stanley at the Haunted House to go with our Halloween theme. She is obsessed with horses, as if you have watched this for very long, you may know. So this has nothing to do with Halloween, but it has very much to do with her horse obsession. This is a big one. I really don't know if this is something she can read all the way yet, or it's a lot. I mean, it is a lot on each page, but I like that she's gonna maybe give it a try. So this is something that she picked up. Even if she just kind of attempts it, I think that's very cool. And this is Winnie the Horse Gentler, book number 1 in this series. As we were walking out, she saw this big book, and it is the complete book of horses and riding. This will just be a book that she can look through and check out. So this will be very entertaining for her, and this is something that will be great to put in the morning basket that she can look through anytime she wants. One more non-Halloween book. Again, she picked this out, The Puppy Palace. This is a small reader here. You can see there is a lot less words on the page. It's not near as thick as the horse one she picked out. But again, I'm loving that she's trying it, and so whether she reads it or not, that's okay. But this one she will probably read, and this is The Puppy Place, where every puppy finds a home. Buddy, and I don't think this really goes in an order. I think you can just kind of pick it up whenever you want to, because I don't see a number on these. This one isn't really Halloween either. This is another one that she picked up. So as you can see, I was going for Halloween theme. She was going for what looked interesting, which is okay. This is another graphic novel. I don't think you have to read them in order. It didn't look like you did. This is Bad Kitty series by Nick Bruhl. This is Goes to the Vet. So she is really, really loving these graphic novel type books, and as long as she's reading, I'm cool with whatever she wants to read. This I am going to hopefully have as our read aloud for October. We are listening to Little House on the Prairie of a night, and then I think we'll read this one during the day. So we have 2 going on right now because we've started our Little House series, so we're going to continue that. But I wanted to read something during the day, and this is what I picked up for our read aloud for October. So we have The Ichabog by J.K. Rowling. I have not read this yet. I'm really excited. Hopefully it's appropriate. Maybe I should pre-read it. I don't know if I will or not. But yes, really, really excited to read this. Hope it's great. If it's good, or if I should pre-read this, and will you put it down in the comments down below if this is something maybe I should pre-read? I would love to know that. Then we have It's a Halloween Little Monster. This is just a cute Halloween book, picture book that she found at the library, and so we picked it up to go with our theme. How I Met My Monster. She had actually listened to a few of these books on YouTube. Annie's something. If I can remember, I'll put it right here. I can't remember it at the moment. But yes, she had watched her read these before, and so we decided to add one into our basket this month. And the last one that we picked up from the library is Gustavo the Shy Ghost. I really thought that this could possibly be like one of those books that had some Spanish kind of like intermingled with the English, but I don't think that it does. But either way, it looks like a pretty fun little book to read. Reminds me of kind of the Day of the Dead sort of thing. I think it is. So I'm excited to read this, and I really like the cover. It looks really cute. Now, let's look at a few books that I would love to read this month. Okay, here is my stack of books. I really don't think I will get through these. I'm just being honest. I'm like really, really busy with a lot of other things right now, and reading has taken a back seat because I just have other work things that I'm having to get done, and I'm not able to read very much. But I want to show you what I'm reading right now. And I am reading Alice Hoffman Magic Lessons. This is the prequel to Practical Magic. You can see this is a Book of the Month version. I signed up for Book of the Month, and this is actually the only book that I have gotten so far. I was able to pick this up as my very first order. So, like I said, I haven't used it anymore, so I don't know. I'm not like in love with Book of the Month or anything. This is just, I signed up for it. This was the first book. I haven't gotten any since. But I'm loving this. I love Practical Magic, and so this is the prequel. I'm going to read this month, and I should at least finish this. If I don't read anything else, I should finish at least this. But I also picked up Practical Magic. I watch this movie every single Halloween, and I cannot believe I've never read the book. So this, I'm hoping I can read this month too. So if I complete these 2 books, I'm going to be pretty happy with myself, because they're really a pretty decent amount of reading in both of them for everything else that I have going on. So these are my October reads. Now, if something should happen and I really get a lot of time to read, I have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I think it would be so cool to read this in October. I don't know if I'm going to have time, like I said, but I really want to read this. I think it would be so cool to read the book. So this is on my stack. So if I read the other 2, this will be next. And then I also have this one. I just read the first 3 books in this series for Series September, which is hosted by Krista at Books and Jam and Sarah's Nightstand, I believe. Well, this actually kind of goes in between those 2 books. So if you're like into epic fantasy, these books are really, really good. The Black Company is the first set. So it'd be Glenn Cook, The Black Company. So good. It's 3 books that are part of The Black Company, and then there's 3 books in this one. So, love this. Love me some epic fantasy, but definitely working on some Halloween magic vibes for October for myself. And then we have a lot of Halloween going on in our basket. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I love having my basket back. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in my next one. Happy Halloween!